Good rising, y'all. So I want to talk about um, being chosen, and excuse me if I look down quite a few times, so I can make sure I don't miss anything or forget anything or stutter just anything. I want to remember what I'm talking about, so I don't get off subject. But anyway, this is for people who know they are chosen or still trying to figure out if they're chosen. So, um, like the moment that you were born, you get picked to be chosen. So at birth, that's when you realize, well, at birth, that's when you know you're chosen. Your spirit guides pick you out, boom, 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 set aside from the people of darkness. Um, and you know how they say the Most High gives his strongest battles to his strongest soldiers. Well, you obviously have to be the strongest one out of whomever you're surrounded by or near. Um, and what makes you so strong is that you always overcome obstacles or anything that's thrown your way. So if you've been through hell and back and you still suffering, the chosen ones don't have it easy. It's very hard being chosen. It's very hard having spiritual gifts, you know. And I'm not talking about necessarily being a tarot card reader or, you know, just everybody gifts are different. Like for me, your intuition is very heightened. So for me, you might have that same thing. You may not need a card or you may not need to, you know, astroplane or go from spirit to the physical. It's just something that you feel. And everybody has those gifts, but depending on the energy or the person behind it, if they're negative, they won't be able to witness or feel anything. So, with that being said, like I said, you suffer and you go through the most, especially spiritual attacks and people putting voodoo and black magic and shit on you, just trying to break you and steal your energy. Like the devil, what they come in and do, kill, steal, and destroy. If you are very sensitive to energy, or if you're very empathetic, if you're a loner, if you stay isolated a lot, and this starts, like I said, from birth or not from birth, but as a child. Um, so, for example, myself, my spirit guides will always show me who would speak evil of me, or I can hear conversations or exactly what the person has said behind my back. People think it's a game and wonder why when you're around them you standoffish or you don't open up or you don't let your guard down. With me, I feel everything. I operate off of my heart chakra a lot. So I feel everything. I'm very empathetic. If you homeless and I see that you ain't got no socks, no drawers, no shoes, no nothing, I'm the person that'll give my shirt, my hat, anything, my hair, a lung, a liver. I'm gonna be that person to give it to you because either I've been in that position to know how it feels to not have shit, or the fact that my spirit guides or in my heart, I know this is what I should be doing. This is my mission because guess what? You never know when you're entertaining an angel. So imagine if that was me and the shoe was on the other foot. I wouldn't want nobody to walk past me if I needed something. And that's where, the difference between dark and light. You have a soul, you have a heart, you have an intuition. You know wrong from right. Other people know that, but they play around and they act like, oh, I don't see nothing, I don't feel nothing. And it's called being demonic, of darkness, evil as fuck. Plotting and planning and scheming, trying to be shiesty and get over. And that shit is not okay. Your spiritual ancestors will handle that ass. And that's real talk. Um, let's see. If something, let's just say somebody just did me wrong, whether they spoke evil on my name, whether it was abuse, mentally, physically, or emotionally, whether I was abandoned or just just anything bad that ever happens to me, the Most High, my spiritual ancestors, always allow me to sit back and watch that person suffer. So, um, you'll start feeling bad for them, but it's like your ancestors don't play that shit, especially mine's. Like it's ABK all day. Anybody kill it. Anybody can get it because I don't play that shit. I demand my respect. I have a backbone. Don't let tears and a person being empathetic fool you because now you're trying to take advantage because you know they heart. That shit dead. A lot of people are becoming more woke and realizing they have spiritual gifts and they have the power to control everything that come in their way. So um anything that anything that somebody's ever did bad, they always get a ass whooping from the spiritual ancestors. And it is what it is. It's we're in a spiritual realm. There's spiritual welfare, and they need a spiritual ass whooping. You don't get the right to keep picking and fucking over and messing with the chosen people, the chosen ones. Like I said, you never know when you're entertaining an angel. You don't know who you're talking to. Don't forget, this is just flesh. We judge by our spirits what's on the inside. So you don't know who you're entertaining. You don't know who listens. It's always somebody listening. It's always somebody watching. So be careful what you say and how you say things to people because it's not always the karma gonna come, but it's that spiritual warfare that you need to be most that you really need to pay most attention to. Um, let's see. So like, and for people who are overlooked and people laugh and think that you telling them that you're having spiritual dreams or you can see other things outside of the physical realm and they take you for a joke, they will be judged. The Most High will put things in place so they can understand that life and living ain't no game. This is not a game. Ain't nobody out here playing no more. You have to also make sure you protect it all the time when you are chosen. When you chosen, people do black magic, voodoo, and gang stalkers, just all types of stuff to you to bring you down, to steal your energy and make you fall and feel less than because misery loves company. Another way you know you're chosen is when you're able to let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you anymore, and when you don't find joy in things that you once did before. When you realize before, and the last is when you realize your purpose and your calling over your own life. When you're able to touch and heal people, not through prayer and things like that, then you know you're chosen as well because your job is to bring light for your family and your bloodline, and if not, humanity and whatever else that you may stand for. Um, for a lot of people who, like I said, because the chosen ones get done wrong the most and taken advantage of and overlooked, and we the crazy ones and all this other BS. So the Most High or your spiritual ancestors, however you want to put it, they sit back, and when these people dog you, they will put you back in a place of these people's lives just so you can sit there and watch them receive their karma for the shit that they've done you. And that is going to continue to happen until they wake up spiritually and realize who you entertaining. You can't be walking around here thinking, oh, because I'm your blood or I'm your friend or whatever the case may be, that you just going to talk to me and do me any type of way and you don't know who I am. You don't know my level on the spiritual realm. You don't need to be famous or have platforms or do certain things to get noticed. Angels come in all shapes and forms. You don't need a big platform. You feel what I'm saying? You just need your mouth, your heart, your ears. You just need to be heightened to what the fuck is going on and put your shit out there. It don't matter how it's out there. As long as you speaking of light, ain't shit but good. And light is, that's all you're gonna get back. The energy you put out into the universe is what you'll get back. So be careful what you say and be careful with how you treat people, period. Because you don't know who you're entertaining. Once again. Um, Let me see. And don't forget that a lot of people are basically here to shine off your light, suck all your energy away, suck the life out of you, steal and take your spirit. So you're left with nothing and you're dead inside at your lowest level. And that's it, and that's all. That's what demons do. People of dark, people who haven't accomplished their dreams, so they think they're gonna live their dreams through you or their kids. People who woulda, coulda, shoulda in the past, and they tell you what you should, shouldn't, and can't and could do. Never let nobody tell you what you should and shouldn't do. You follow your own path and you do what you feel is right in your heart. And if you can't figure it out, you always got the Most High protecting you and fighting and doing whatever it is that he needs to do to make sure you straight, because nobody needs nobody. You don't get judged when it's time to go. You don't get to choose and be like, oh, I picked my cousin and they judge your souls together. It don't work like that. So it's about that time to wake up and just pay attention to what's going on and make sure you keep a sober mind so you can be able to distinguish and use your spirit of discernment as to who is here to help motivate you and push you in a direction you need to go in and want to ascend and want better. You got to be able to see if who is who, or on the other end, is it somebody trying to steal, kill, and destroy? Come in and make sure things okay, and then boom, they take over and shit hit the fan. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to be able to use your spirit to figure out and recognize who's of light and who's of dark. Who's full of sunshine, who's a fucking demon. Who wishy-washy as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have to be able to pay attention to shit like that. Since I was a child, I've never been a people person. I've never had friends like that. And it's always been me. I always knew I was one deep. I always knew I was a loner, but I always knew that I was protected and something was keeping me protected because I've been through a lot of shit. So I always knew that I had something or someone, you feel what I'm saying, that kept me from ill intent, from a motherfucker doing this and that to me. You feel what I'm saying? Whether they came in before it was too late or right on time. And I've been through plenty of situations where I knew I was protected. I could have died plenty of times in relationships or with crazy males who just was mentally unstable and a whole bunch of shit wasn't healed, all that. And after seeing those things and going through those horrific situations, that's when I knew what I wanted. I'm like, bro, this ain't what I signed up for. I don't want this. This ain't that. Well, my spirit always told me something was wrong all the time. If I go around certain people, I notice my energy change. I may get angry, or I may feel standoffish, or I may get a little quiet, or whatever the case is. And I do have anxiety. So another way you can, if you chosen a sign of anxiety, if you're around groups of people and all of a sudden you speak and you get anxiety and shit like that, that's that's a sign of also, kind of being chosen.